I think one of the beauties of this organization is for years there was no one that the Canadian startups could come to and help them get plugged in down in the valley. And there's so many of us down there that now we've got this amazing group of people who just want to give back and just want to help the startups and help them be successful.
Hi, my name's Andrew. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Top Hat.
Lars, Leckie. I'm the co-chair of the C100.
I'm Wong. I made the antivirus on your computers.
I'm Reza Kazemipour. I'm CEO of Oris4 based in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
My name is Landa. I'm the founder of the Grow Conference and Dealmaker Media.
I'm Dan Robinson. I am with Perch.
Hi, I'm Shivon Zilis. I'm with Bloomberg Beta. We're an early stage fund with presence in both San Francisco and New York.
My name's Duncan Logan. I'm the CEO of Rocket Space, an accelerator in San Francisco.
I'm Mike Stephenson with PayrollHero.
I'm Mike Edwards. I'm Executive Director of Grow Lab, and I am the CEO of a company called LX Ventures.
My name's Atlee Clark, and I'm the Executive Director of the C100. So the C100 is the Canadian technology mafia in the Silicon Valley. So it's made up of the 100 most successful Canadians in tech who live in the Silicon Valley, who are either investors,
Entrepreneurs,
inspired and engaged executives.
They, as a group, are dedicated to building the next generation of global billion-dollar Canadian technology companies.
48 Hours is our flagship sort of event. I like to say it's easier to get into Stanford Business School than it is to get into 48 Hours.
It was an honor to be invited to come down, spend 48 hours in San Francisco, and we got to interact with a lot of our advisors, got a lot of tips from mentors, and it's been a great social network, and we just really continued those relationships with other startups we met there.
C100 has been incredibly helpful, particularly around things like fundraising, recruiting, and business development. We raised a total of $10.5 million with the company. Half of that came from Silicon Valley, and the C100 helped us through that process and put us in touch with a number of investors that are excited about investing in Canadian companies. We've gone from a small kind of niche company in Waterloo to a real, growth story both in Canada and around the world. We wouldn't have been able to do that without the platform that the C100's been able to provide.
I think the biggest thing is the networking that they provide for entrepreneurs to come out to the Valley in particular, to connect to the right people, the right companies, to do what it is they're trying to do, whether it's raising money to get acquired or whatever that thing might be, to connect those people with, with the right contacts.
Beyond that, they've given us a lot of support. Anytime we get a win, they're the first people to jump on board and help celebrate that win with us.
C100 is fantastic. So I used to be an East Coast investor, so wasn't completely aware of what they were doing. Came out here, started hearing just wonderful things about C100, the work they were doing with a lot of Canadian companies to both bring them to San Francisco when it made sense, find them funding, but then also, most importantly, is find them customers.
There is no greater resource on the planet for entrepreneurs, especially if you're in Canada, than the C100. There's only one thing that entrepreneurs really need, and that thing is a connection or an introduction from somebody that they trust to a company or to a business development contact that can create that first big customer, that first big win. And from there, as a startup, you can do anything.
The C100 brings probably the best international program we have seen from any of the countries that we interact with into Rocket Space. The C100 is also one of the few programs that has dedicated staff full-time within Silicon Valley. Atlee Clark and our team are there permanently for Canadians, Canadian companies who have come in from Montreal or Vancouver, Toronto. They have a home-based team in the Valley who have built a fantastic network. Obviously, Hootsuite and other companies up here in Canada are proving that they can stay in Canada and build fantastic companies. What is, I think, hugely beneficial is to emerge, to get into the Silicon Valley ecosystem and see just how that ecosystem operates. And the C100 is a great passport to get in there quickly.
when these companies do sort of get to that next stage, they're comfortable in the valley, they're comfortable going to raise money, they've sort of seen the playbook as much as we can. And then we basically sort of kick them in the ass and send them back up to Canada and try and get them to sort of live that value. And then once you're a 48 hours company, you're sort of in the family of C100. And in some cases, we've had charter members become board members or advisors or even investors into the companies. And that's sort of those are the downstream effects of C100.